Live at 5, following the trial of Derek Chauvin, the U.S. Justice Department launches an investigation.
It will include a comprehensive review of the Minneapolis Police Department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
And on Capitol Hill, lawmakers begin discussing police reform, but experts believe it will be a battle to find common ground. Plus,
keeping a busy restaurant staff, the struggle restaurant owners are facing.
How one semester project at UMD is helping fight food insecurity in Morgan Park.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. The U.S. Justice Department has launched an investigation into policing practices in Minneapolis, one day after a jury found former police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of murdering George Floyd. Michael George has the latest from Minneapolis.
A young girl was among those who brought flowers Wednesday to the memorial at the spot where George Floyd died, as the jury's guilty verdict in the Derek Chauvin murder trial sinks in.
We were all crying. We were all in tears.
Mario Suttles lives in the neighborhood where Dante Wright was killed by police just last week. He wants his 4-year-old Farah to see change happen in America.
What we're most focused on is how can we reform the police and how can we make it safer for our children and for everybody's children.
Floyd's brother says he started praying once he heard there was a verdict.
The moment I heard guilty, guilty, and guilty, I was excited, I was happy.
The Minnesota Department of Corrections released a booking photo of Chauvin, taken shortly after the jury convicted the former Minneapolis police officer on all 3 charges.
Unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced an investigation into policing practices in Minneapolis.
It will include a comprehensive review of the Minneapolis Police Department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
Here in Minneapolis, people are all too aware that Chauvin's guilty verdict is only the beginning. They believe without police reform, what happened to George Floyd could happen again.
Yes, we do welcome this verdict, but we know that the fight is not over.
Chauvin is being held in a restrictive housing unit separated from the general population at the maximum security prison. He's scheduled to be sentenced in about 8 weeks. Michael George, CBS News, Minneapolis.
The 3 other officers who are accused of aiding and abetting George Floyd's murder are expected to go to trial in August. And around the world yesterday were celebrations as that guilty verdict was read, but also acknowledgments that this is only step 1. Just last month, the House passed the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. It would ban chokeholds and some no-knock warrants and prohibit racial and religious profiling. But overhauling qualified immunity protections for police, which would make it easier to hold officers accountable in court, has been a non-starter for Senate Republicans. The House Majority Leader said today he expects the Senate to amend the House bill, but he's hopeful that progress on passing something out of Congress could come in the next few months. Earlier today, Governor Tim Walz sat down with Gayle King on CBS This Morning to discuss his reaction to yesterday's verdict and what he sees for Minnesota going forward.
My fear is everybody packs up and we think we got this. And as I've been saying, this is the floor. This is the very basic floor of what should be done. But what led to that happening on 38th in Chicago were all the things we need to change.
He went on to say education and health care must be invested in to lessen the inequalities and disparities. Additionally, he would like to see a rise in home ownership to bring up Black Minnesotans. Governor Walz also said he is convening and working with the only divided legislature in the country. Duluth's police chief is calling Derek Chauvin's murder conviction the right decision. In a statement today, Chief Mike Tuskin says he and his department condemned the former Minneapolis officer's actions. Tuskin says he's committed to improving and innovating policing to honor and care for the people they are sworn to protect. He says Duluth police will work to build relationships and trust with everyone. You can read Tuskin's entire statement on our website. That's also where we've included statements from Duluth's mayor and human rights officer. A Wisconsin task force shared more than a dozen ideas for how to reform policing across the state. The bipartisan group is calling for a statewide database for use of force incidents and an independent review board. They also want a ban on chokeholds unless it's in self-defense and all officers to wear body cameras. It's now up to state lawmakers to draft bills based on these recommendations. The task force was created after a white Kenosha police officer shot a black man, Jacob Blake, in the back. Blake is now paralyzed. The officer did not face any punishment and is back at work. Today, Governor Tony Evers also ordered all state law enforcement, including the State Patrol, to review their use of force policies. President Biden announced the nation hit 200 million COVID-19 shots today, a few days before his 100th day in office. The president also called on employers to allow workers to get paid time off to get vaccinated. He's announced a new tax credit to offset the costs for businesses and nonprofits with fewer than 500 employees, using funds from the American Rescue Plan. So far, 43% of working adults have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and the White House says it will not mandate vaccine requirements. This all comes as the J&J vaccine remains on hold until a vote on Friday. Superior leaders have again extended the city's mask mandate. The city council voted 7-3 during its meeting last night. Councilors Sweeney, Sutherland, and Kern opposed. The mandate was supposed to expire at the end of this month. Now it will last until at least June 1st. Wisconsin Supreme Court struck down the statewide mask mandate in March, saying the governor didn't have the authority to issue it. Local governments still have the option to put their own mandates in place. The U.S. and Canada border closure will last at least another month. Authorities extended the ban on non-essential travelers driving across the border until May 21st. The restrictions have been in place since March of 2020 when the pandemic first began. Now they're being reviewed each month. Anyone flying into Canada must get tested for COVID and quarantined in a hotel. Dave, we were just talking before we got on air here. I woke up again to a little dusting of snow.
Yeah, and last night at 10 o'clock, my chart all of a sudden changed to absolutely 0 for the snow. So the dusting did stick around, did come across for a couple of places. That's why my hair is gray. I'm only 29 years old and I already have gray hair. All right, high temperatures today. They were cool enough to support that snow. We topped out at 42 International Falls, only 37 towards Hibbing and Chisholm, where Kristen got that dusting. Upper 30s for Hayward and lower 30s towards places like Ironwood. Tomorrow we go the other direction. We are going to warm up. So those snow showers that did linger through a portion of the morning here are fading away as higher pressure takes over, which leads us to a short-term forecast that says tonight will become partly cloudy and cool again with lows in the upper 20s for a lot of our towns. But tomorrow, our payoff is a sunny sky and a high temp that should crack 60 for just about everybody. Sunny and warm for one day. As early as Friday, it starts to cool again and it starts to cloud up, and another dusting of snow could be with us by Saturday morning. We'll talk about the odds of that in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, 2 Wisconsin counties are hosting a photo contest. More on the local sites they want to see as we take you around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Coronavirus work injuries. Call Stockman Law Office. Return to work issues. Payment of medical bills and lost wages. Call anytime. 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Please stay safe and healthy. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
What are you doing? Don't you even know how to dump your trash?
Poop fairy?
It's no poop fairy. And I'm more than dog poop and parks. I care about everything that hits our streams and lakes, including your overflowing garbage. Your trash starts here and ends here.
Hey, that goes right to the water.
Learn a poop ton more online.
Let's make healthy happen in 2021. Join and pay $0 enrollment going on now through April 30th. For more information, visit anytimefitness.com.
Attention everyone on Medicare. Did you know that millions of Americans over 65 on Medicare may not be getting all the benefits they deserve right now in 2021? With all the news about the virus and vaccines, everyone eligible for Medicare is encouraged to call 800-954-4178 now for your free, no obligation Medicare benefits review. 2021 is here. You may be able to save money and receive additional benefits like home prescription delivery and expanded at-home telehealth visits. Call now to find out if you're eligible for a plan that includes benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, free meal delivery, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or $0 copays, plus benefits including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. You don't get these savings and additional benefits automatically, so call now. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Call 800-954-4178. 800-954-4178.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the city of Duluth tonight as we are looking to warm up a little bit just in time for Earth Day tomorrow. Several local Anytime Fitness gyms are doing community cleanups along with several other businesses. And Dave will be in with your forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. A local nonprofit will be continuing their mixtape series this weekend, and a local woman was featured on a statewide podcast. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off tonight in Ashland and Bayfield counties, where they are teaming up for a local photo contest. The contest is to find the best waterfall picture from local falls. To enter, simply use the hashtag Ashland Falls Contest when posting a photo on Instagram or Facebook, and be sure to mention which local fall you've captured. They will be giving away $50 gift cards to 2 lucky winners, one in May and one in June. The contest runs through June 30th. Next, we head to Duluth, where a local nonprofit will be hosting a live stream music event this weekend at 5 p.m. this Sunday. Dansan Creatives will kick off the release of Mixtape Project 6.0 and 7.0. The 2 albums feature work by several Duluth artists aged 10 to 25. The albums were produced through an Arrowhead Regional Arts Council grant and partnership with the nonprofit Men as Peacemakers. The Mixtape Project series was created to foster a safe space using music as a technique for self-reflection, affirmation, and to educate students about how music is made. And finally, tonight, staying in Duluth, a recent Minnesota Department of Health podcast featured a local woman. Sue Purchase of Duluth runs Harm Reduction Sisters, a nonprofit dedicated to serving the needs of people using drugs in rural northeastern Minnesota. Purchase has more than 20 years of experience in the field of harm reduction. The new podcast series called Stories from the Field is aimed at addressing the evolving opioid epidemic. We will have the link to listen on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, an added challenge amid the pandemic has been hard on the restaurant industry. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo explains coming up in just a few minutes.
So far for the month of April, we're a little more than a half-inch over normal for rainfall, but that still isn't putting away the fire danger around our region. It's fairly high here this evening, and I'll tell you why coming up right after our break.
COVID-19 vaccines are bringing hope and questions. This is why we're bringing understanding to the challenge of vaccinating America. Ongoing coverage on CBS News.
Play It Again Sports in Duluth is the only location north of the Twin Cities where you can get a free CCM skate foot scan. Find the right skates the first time with this precise measurement. Play It Again Sports has skates and equipment for any skater. Stop in today.
Are you ready to freshen up your spring wardrobe? Then let the stylists at Angie's Closet help you find the perfect clothing or accessories that fit just your style. Want to give your home a new spring look? Angie has you covered with her new home goods collection. Visit Angie's Closet today, located on Tower Avenue.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
handcrafted for every lifestyle. Making memories since 1882. In store at 365 Canal Park Drive or online at DuluthPack.com.
Looking for a home run on your next home project? Don't strike out by using someone out of left field who makes errors, balks at your needs, isn't safe, and gives you the squeeze by charging double. Your home improvement company aced my window project, and working with them was a walk in the park. They never sacrifice quality, and you can count on them to avoid curveballs and save you time. Plus, they clean up, which is a big relief. Your home improvement company is a huge hit in Twins territory, even if their owner is a bit of a screwball.
Coming up tonight at 6, we're learning more about the food insecurity issue in the Morgan Park neighborhood and how one UMD class is working towards solutions to fix it.
Today's temperatures were cooler than normal, but tomorrow just might be a different story.
Welcome to CBS This Morning. We have a lot of news today.
Watch Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel on CBS This Morning. Weekday mornings only on CBS.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Lake Superior College. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we're a half-inch over normal for rain here for the month of April, and that solved the fire danger for a little while, but already we're starting to run out of steam as far as that goes. We could use a little more rain. The reason why the danger's popping up again, low relative humidity's out there, dry air mass in place. That's sucking the moisture out of the ground pretty rapidly, and without green up, it's not taking any out of the trees. So we need things to green up to solve the problem. Part of the solution tomorrow may be warmer temperatures, which is a double-edged sword, of course. But bottom line is this evening till about sunset, due to low relative humidities, fire weather watch out there. Could be fairly dangerous. Once summer, that's a long way off. Once sunset comes around, temperature and dew point will get closer together, so relative humidity will go up that way, and we'll stave off the problem perhaps until tomorrow. What we need is precip, and maybe that could come to call by about Friday evening. We'll talk about all of this in just a bit. Right now we've got the current conditions at the airport, 39 degrees, the current temp, so cooler than normal again today. Relative humidity only 38%. Westerly wind 9 miles per hour, blowing that dry air around, so double whammying here, the fire threat out there. Air pressure on the high side at 30.06, 1,018 millibars. It took a little longer for that cell of high pressure to get to our region, so we still had clouds and a couple snow showers this morning, but now that bluer sky is breaking forth over a good portion of the region. And tomorrow it'll warm things up. Today, not so much. Current temps in the Upper Peninsula, 34 to 36. Northern Wisconsin, about 38 to 40. Normal's 52, so we're undercutting it by a dozen degrees. Minnesota numbers are as cool as 32 up the Gunflint, as warm as 42 for International Falls, and the rest of us in between. Tomorrow, 60. 60 for a day, because already by Friday we drop it 10 degrees again, back towards 50, and then we get that chance for precip to reassert itself. Higher pressure pushing in is pushing away the clouds. This morning snow showers are fading away as well, and it should be a lovely night. I hear there's some meteor showers to eyeball tonight, and shouldn't be too many clouds in the sky. Take a peek if you're into that sort of thing. For Thursday, sunny and dry thanks to the high. That should cover a good swath of the middle part of our country. But as early as Friday, low pressure system from the west starts to push towards our area, brings back a rain and snow mix chance. Showers Friday during the day, Friday night into Saturday, a mix that may try to stick again, just like Kristen saw on her lawn this morning. So the one-day warm-up, enjoy it while you can. Tonight, well, temperatures, they're going to fall into the 20s for most of the area, maybe low 30s right by the lake. Minnesota gets a partly cloudy sky, so do Wisconsinites and Michiganders, with lows there from 24 to 28. Tomorrow's high temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, with sunshine, 60 to 63. Minnesota numbers, 55 by the lake to 63 inland. Sunshine abounds for a day, then goes away on Friday. It clouds up, 40% shower chance, cools down, high only 50. Then we'll drop it again to 45 by Saturday with a 50-50 shot at a morning mix. Sunday, a little bit cloudy, only 45. Still, for the weekend, get out and enjoy that, because then a persistent round of rains could begin Monday, last at least through Wednesday.
All right. I feel like I've been going through 2 seasons each morning. I wake up, let the dogs out, and it looks like winter, and go inside, go back to let them back in, and it's spring again.
Yeah, tomorrow will be like that as well, with lows in the 20s, and then afternoon highs in the 60s.
All right.
It's like life on Mars.
Yeah, it sure is. Thanks, Dave. Running a restaurant is never easy, especially during a pandemic. In the past year, owners navigated serving food safely and dealing with supply shortages. Now, as CBS3's Kendall Jarbo explains, some claim there's a new problem facing the restaurant industry.
Thank you. Tacos, Tacos, Tacos opened in downtown Duluth 3 weeks ago. Since then, the owner says finding enough people to keep it staffed has been a challenge.
Inspired by authentic Mexican cuisine, Tacos, Tacos, Tacos aims to give people quality food in a short amount of time. But restaurant owner Robert Giuliani says that speedy service is hard when they're short-staffed. Right now, he has 4 employees but needs at least 10. Giuliani says he'll pay $13 an hour and will pay more if they have experience. He says people respond to his job ads, but they'll tell Giuliani they'll wait until unemployment benefits end once they hear the wage. For Giuliani, he knew opening a restaurant would be difficult, but didn't expect a staffing shortage.
Even friends down in the cities are saying the same thing, and friends down in Texas and throughout the nation, they're saying that right now the hardest thing is staffing back up as things ease with COVID. So people aren't really getting quick back to the job market.
To meet the customer demand with short staff, Giuliani is considering closing for a few hours during the day after lunch to prep for the dinner rush.
Since the restaurant opened, business has been booming, and they're hoping to hire before an even busier summer season.
Looks delicious. Thanks, Kendall. Giuliani says hiring is not just a Duluth problem, it's actually nationwide. Coming up at 6, we hear from the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development about why that is and what they're doing to address it. Some UMD students are putting their heads together to help a Duluth neighborhood have better access to food. At the beginning of the semester, students in the school's Cultural Entrepreneurship program were tasked with finding feasible solutions for the Morgan Park neighborhood's food insecurity program. Right now, the U.S. Department of Agriculture considers Morgan Park a food desert. That means residents don't have convenient access to fresh and affordable produce. The students came up with an idea titled Little Free Lunches, hoping to set up places around the community where people can get fresh foods for free. Students say it is an issue that everyone in the Twin Ports should be aware of.
Before I started this class, I didn't even know what a food desert or food insecurity was. And to know that we have it all around, I mean, Lincoln Park's another one, Morgan Park's one, just in the community of Duluth. And I think that it's important for people to realize it.
Brennigan says the class will continue to work with the Morgan Park neighborhood to distribute food next semester. Tonight at 6, we're learning more about food insecurity across Duluth from one UMD professor who specializes in the topic. Still to come, the iconic quiz show Jeopardy has announced its next round of guest hosts. We'll tell you who they are after the break.
Hey Northland, Link RV has just opened a brand new 18,000 square foot service and parts facility to meet all your RV needs. With 12 service bays and our brand new parts showroom, we're sure to have everything you're looking for. Link RV, our reputation is everything.
Black Bear Casino Resort is proud to present Grammy Award winner Clint Black to the Otter Creek Event Center Friday, July 30th. 22 #1 career singles and numerous other awards. Don't miss country music icon Clint Black live. Tickets are on sale now and available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place for Clint Black Live July 30th.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 33 miles per gallon, an available 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an available extra-large touchscreen. The best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Lease the new 2021 Subaru Outback for $249 a month. 4710 Miller Truck Highway, online at millerhill.com.
My name is Harry Podgorski, and I'm a proud member of the Board of Directors of St. Anne's Senior Residence.
My mom lived at St. Anne's for 9 years and called St. Anne's her home. If you're looking for a place for mom or dad or for yourself, please consider the affordable St. Anne's. You won't be sorry you did.
Take advantage of no move-in fees through June 30th, 2021. Call 218-727-8831 and schedule your tour today.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't be here if I thought reverse mortgages took advantage of any American senior. Or worse, that it was some way to take your home.
Learn how homeowners are strategically using a reverse mortgage loan to cover expenses, pay for health care, preserve your portfolio, and so much more.
A reverse mortgage loan isn't some kind of trick to take your home. It's a loan, like any other. Big difference is how you pay it back.
Find out how reverse mortgages really work with AAG's free no-obligation reverse mortgage guide.
With a reverse mortgage, you can pay whatever you can when it works for you. Or you can wait and pay it off in one lump sum when you leave your home.
Discover the option that's best for you. Call today and find out more.
I'm proud to be a part of AAG. I trust them. I think you can too.
Call 800-661-0308.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Welcome back. Tonight, Jeopardy announced its final pool of guest hosts for season 37. The final round includes Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, David Faber, Joe Buck, and LeVar Burton. While guest hosts have currently been doing 2 weeks each, this final round will only be set for 1 week of shows. The season will wrap up on August 13th. The iconic quiz show has not set a final decision on who will replace longtime host Alex Trebek or what their plans are for season 38. Today marks 5 years since Prince died, and fans had the chance to honor the beloved Minnesota musician's life. Paisley Park, Prince's former sanctuary turned museum, welcomed a select 1,400 fans today. The sprawling studio's atrium was open for free tours by reservation only. Many also left flowers and gifts in front of a statue in the shape of Prince's famous purple love symbol. Prince died in 2016 of an accidental fentanyl overdose. He was 57 years old.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the celebration, the relief, the tears across the nation after Derek Chauvin was found guilty in the death of George Floyd. The new push for police reform in Congress. Plus our interview with George W. Bush, what the former president thinks it will take to end the immigration crisis on the southern border. And how this hiker saw pollution and became the solution, a one-man cleanup effort that's now an inspiration. That's all tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
What's the better DTA movement? Duluth Transit Authority is listening and working to improve your experience. Better routing, better bus stops, and better technology to plan your trips. Visit DuluthTransit.com to see how the DTA is making Twin Ports Transit better.
For over 20 years, Breeze Roofing has been totally dedicated to getting the job done right, and done right now. We pride ourselves on being the best for the best price. Call Breeze for all your roofing needs.
Bender's Shoes anniversary sale is going on now.
Over the years, I developed an investing strategy that continues to deliver unstoppable prosperity. Hi, everyone. I'm Charles Pang. As a young man from Harlem, I had nothing. I used the stock market to create my wealth. I know how Wall Street works. I've lived it as both a stockbroker and market analyst. Over time, I developed my own unique investing strategy that's beaten the market through both record-breaking bull runs and, yes, even those inevitable crashes and corrections. In my new book, I show you exactly how I do it. And today, I'd like to give you a free copy so you can learn to create your own unstoppable prosperity.
Just cover delivery to receive Charles Payne's new book absolutely free. Call 800-882-2255 or go to unstoppableprosperity.com right now and you'll also get his new DVD for free. So don't wait. Call 800-882-2255 or go to unstoppableprosperity.com now. That's unstoppableprosperity.com.
Celebrate Eat Downtown Duluth Restaurant Week, April 19th through the 30th, where you'll find chef specialties at participating restaurants. For a list of restaurants and menus, visit downtownduluth.com. Eat Downtown, April 19th through the 30th. Presented by the Greater Downtown Council.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up tonight at 6. Tonight at 5, we heard even more reaction as the verdict of Derek Chauvin sets in. The U.S. Justice Department also announced today that it has launched an investigation into policing practices in Minneapolis. Governor Walz spoke on CBS's morning show about how this verdict is just step one. And tonight at 6, we hear from health leaders about the rise in drug overdoses nationwide, what local leaders have to say, and what a local mother wants community members to know. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.